Yeah, guys and girls, Saturday the 18th of February 2023. So, I wanted to talk today because I've been getting these replies off this Shaun Hill. And he's saying he's going off to work, and apparently yesterday he says to me, what is it? Are you going to thank the taxpayers for the products that I buy? Now, I bought a controller, which I've had to save up for this time. I've had to learn the hard way, saving up and stuff. Because if I need something, I'll just save up for it. And, like, obviously, with the times we're living in now, right, it's just a treat. So, and actually, I've had to cut back on my pizzas as well, just buy food, like from the supermarkets and stuff. But even the supermarkets are getting expensive in there now because the inflation going up and stuff. Also had to pay for my gas, electric. I have to pay for my TV license. It's like this guy's living in a sort of a fantasy if he thinks I'm going to have plenty of money to spend on tons and tons of products. So, I mean, and then it says that I'm getting it, all my money from the taxpayers, right? Obviously, right, okay, yes, taxpayers pay money for the disabled people and stuff, right? And then he's moaning because he has to work 40, 50 hours, right? And then what he's actually said, right, brought up about, oh, my mum's headstone that I had to wait for the whole year to get it. Now, right, so from, I think it was from September or October-ish, actually no, it was into the new year actually, starts about December, going into the new year in 2021 to going into 2022. I had some money set aside, right, for my mum's headstone, but it wasn't just for my mum's headstone, it was for my dad as well. Now, when I phoned up the people about it, guys and girls, right, the headstone people, they said I had to wait until basically it was settled down. Now, he just brought this up a few minutes ago, right? But I think he must be living under a rock for the past couple of years. If he knows that the inflation's gone up and that's basically I had to use that money to try and survive in this new place I'm living in. So basically, I moved in my new property, I'd say it was about May of last year, of 2022. So, and it's 2023 now at the time of the video. Now, what really annoys me is the fact that basically, right, yeah, I couldn't get my mum's headstone, right, or have it from my mum and dad on it, because I wanted it to have my mum and dad on it, and I had to wait a whole year. And then is I had that money set for the side for it. Now, I don't have to explain to people that I had to use that to pay for my rent, because I'm actually paying rent at the moment for it. But it's not just the rent as well. I'm paying my council tax as well each month on it. I think they're charging me like 140 quid or something on council tax, with the amount of money I'm getting, which is not very much anyway. I think it was like, whilst the housing benefit gets taken out, I think I'm left with, I think on each, I think it was every 2 weeks, £265, I think 262. That's every 2 weeks. So about 262. So you're looking at £131 a week. But times that by every 2 weeks, so like a month, because I'm on universal credit. And because of my disability as well, actually, and I don't know if you watched that vlog of mine a while back, right? I had to basically struggle to get up the train station thing. I was out of breath a lot, getting up and down, and then people say, oh, well, it's because you're overweight. Well, I wasn't actually overweight prior to 2020 from back then, but because the lockdown hit us, it's all down to the government. I mean, now I'm just trying to get back to normal, just trying to eat healthy as much as I can. But then is, even if you're eating healthy, it's still expensive. So right. So Coke Zeros now, these ones, because I don't drink them with sugar in them, right? So I try and avoid sugar, because that's why I got zero sugar in them. I try and drink those instead of the normal ones. I try and do a lot of exercise, so I try and get as much exercise as I can. But what really annoys me is the fact that basically I wanted to get my mum and dad's headstone for the thing, so I'm actually going to have to save up. I've got a little bit of money like set aside, which I'm investing at the moment, so I'm doing a bit of investment on, I think it was like eToro. So it was like a little bit, but not too much of it. So, and I've basically the rest of it, because I'm at the moment I'm doing that sort of cryptocurrency stuff, and I don't know if it's going to work out. I'm actually making bugger all on there at the moment, but I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't know. So if it does make up something, because I know at the moment Bitcoin is just hit. I think it's like 24,000 at the moment. Bitcoins. Now I haven't put any near that at all in there. I've probably put like 200 in there. I think it was like I said $200. And this was back. Actually, I've been doing that since about 5 months going back. So I've done that about 5 months going back. I've left it in there because it went right down. It was absolutely terrible. Went down, and when it was at the lowest, I actually just put it in there. Now it's going slightly back up, so I don't know if I'm going to make anything of it or not on Bitcoins, or if it's just basically going to go dip down and then lose all the assets in there. Also, I've been doing a bit of SHIB and stuff on there as well. But anyway, if I can make a bit and I can save up, then I can get my mum's headstone and dad's headstone sorted out with their name on it. But prior to that, right, this guy's, I don't know who he is or what he does, this Shaun Hill and stuff. I'm not really actually, I just come out there, I just told you. Like, obviously I had to use, because I had £1,200 set aside for my mum's headstone. This was in September or December 2021 at the time of mum's passing, because it was just after the funeral. So it had been October, November, back December, October, November, December. Now September, the 28th was the funeral, so I had to get my mum's funeral sorted out way before anything. And lucky I had family who actually helped me basically put the money towards the funeral, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to do it. Now, when I said I was going to get the headstone sorted out, I didn't realise at the time that I couldn't get it done straight away. And I couldn't get the headstone down straight away because they said I had to wait until the ground was levelled out. Now, what really annoys me is people like Shaun Hill, right, thinks that we're living in a good time when everybody can get all the money they want. They can't. No one can get the money, like a lot of money. I have to put, like, basically now, if I want something, I have to save up for it. I've cleaned all my debts, right? I've cleaned, because I used to be with, like, Argos, and used to be with, what's it called, Little Woods, and I used to have my credit cards and stuff. I've got all them ripped up. So I'm debt free. I haven't got no debts at all now on it. So that was the main big thing, was to get the debts done and to get those sorted out. So whatever else now, like me just doing life and stuff and just trying to live the best life I can without people being negative all the time on YouTube. I love doing videos for you guys and girls, right? I love doing videos for you guys and girls. But then you get the odd people in there, like on YouTube, who are trying to bring you down a lot. and it's sad. But then is I've got a thick skin, so I don't really give a damn about these negativity people and stuff. You could come on, you could type whatever you want and stuff. Actually, you're actually doing me a favour by getting my views up. So thank you for that. But at the time when I had £1,200 set aside, I had to wait for a whole year to try and get that sorted out for the ground and stuff. But then because of the bills at the time, so May came along, which was, I don't know, January, February, March, April. Yeah, so nearly half of the year gone already. I had to pretty much use half of that money to pay for my council tax, because at the time, for the house I was living in, or the flat I'm living in at the moment, right? I had to put that towards it because they wanted it up front. Straight away, they wanted it up front, so I just had to pay them out, and I had to wait until my universal credit was sorted out before that shit was done. So I had to pay a half of that on there. And then, not alone, I had to pay for my council tax on top as well, which at the time I was paying, because apparently I was in arrears, and I had to pay double, so it was like 200 and something. So I had to use pretty much a majority of that just to pay that. Otherwise, and then for my food, my gas, my electric, my TV license, and I'm paying for my internet as well on top of that, which they've done, which I'm actually, they got that down for me because of my disability. So I'm paying like 15 quid a month for my internet. So I mean, that's cheap and stuff. But also, I struggle on a day-to-day basis. I don't play on the PlayStation all day long or every single day. There's days where I can't get out of the bed because I'm in so much pain with my knee at the moment. And I've been putting some CBD cream on it just to try and ease the pain. And that actually helps a hell of a lot, the CBD. And I sort of like get people coming on saying, oh, you should be going to work, you should be doing this, you should be doing this. But the thing is, would actually would these like employers say to people at the end of it, like, okay, so what we'll do, assuming you can't get out of bed, we're still going to employ you if you're in pain and you can't get to work every day, or you're not on time. And then, what is it we got at the moment coming up? We've got, oh, that's it. We have the, what's it called? The new thing coming now. Oh, that's it. The banks closing down, a lot of them. There's about 60-70% of banks closing down. Because they want basically digital currencies coming soon. They want people to not have cash. Because actually cash, you can't actually you can hide that a bit more with the cash. But with a cashless society like your debit cards or credit cards, they're easier to trace. So this is the reason why people are trying to go towards a cashless society. But anyway, guys and girls, you don't want to hear all my story, but I will do some talks as well soon on my dyslexia. So we've got this part done out the way, guys and girls. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, do like, favourite, share, and comment, and subscribe. And you know now what I had to do to pay for my health and to try and actually live a little bit in the flat, and why I couldn't get my mum's headstone done. So anyway, guys and girls, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next episode.